Hi everyone, so it's order packing time. We seem to do this with every release now because so many people really enjoy the packaging videos. So let's get started. I just use these 9x6x3s from Uline. They fit just right in the padded mailer. Those do come free from the post office. The mailers do. So my color theme with this autumn release is kind of like a purpley gradient to pink with orange and yellow. So I am using my purple paper, and let me tell you a story about that. Apparently in Missouri, we're 2 weeks from everywhere. Do you know that scene in Oh Brother Where Art Thou, where he's like, well, isn't this a geographical oddity? 2 weeks from everywhere. That's what it feels like when we're in Missouri. So I was going to order my paper and it wasn't going to even be here at release time, and I just thought, whatever, I'm going to shop my own stash. So that's what I did. So we're going with purple and craft and yellow and orange and pink. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so in this order, I have my little tub of things. I'm trying to make sure everything stays nice and clear here. So for the fall soaps, we have an apple cinnamon, and let's see, and a sweet pumpkin. So we'll put those together. A sweet amber. I do use sweet a lot. And eucalyptus spearmint. Now this one is not an essential oil blend. It's like a stress relief type, and it does have lemon and sage notes in it as well. I just didn't know what else to name it with this time, but I need to come up with a fun name for it. So let's see, we have a figgy cream, which is just always a classic. And then we also have some natural soaps, which is very exciting. So we have the Mojito, and this is one of my favorites. I'm going to turn it around. So let's turn this one around too. That way the flat edge is towards the back. And we have an anise. So fun. And a pumpkin, buttermilk, and honey. This is an unscented soap, but it is quite delightful. Let me see how we could redo this. I don't like to do it tall. I don't really want it sitting right on the figgy cream because it's very strong. We'll just do it like that. Just kind of package them all in like so. I have some paper. Isn't it so pretty? Just love these color combinations. I've gotten so I just keep the paper shred in rainbow colors in huge tubs in my storage area, and then I can just mix and match whatever color I end up wanting. Okay, so we had a mojito, pumpkin. I have to go over my list to make sure everybody's in there. Looks like it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, good. So let's see what I could give this delightful customer. I have a bunch of baskets over here. Guess I'll do, we did not order a citrus essential oil, so we'll do a citrus sample, and let's go with something more fun. Didn't order a buttered rum, so I guess I'll put a buttered rum in here. Hello, where are you? Oh, you're too thin. You, my sample friends, don't make the cut. My help packaged these, and while those may be nice, they're not good enough for this order. There we go. There's a nice thick one. Alright, so we have our samples. And then I'm also including a little packet with tea and a couple of Tootsie Rolls. And I always package them in a little bag just because they're food and just to kind of protect them from all the scents. You're going to make a judgment call on your end. I don't think in most cases that it scents it, but you'll have to see for yourself. Okay, that's good. So I'm pretty much ready to close this one up. Need my business card, which we're gonna stick with rainbows for right now because I ordered a bunch of them. I'm gonna put that in there. So I've been waiting on my labels to arrive. My postman usually arrives in the mornings, but today, of course, he didn't show up till quite a bit later this afternoon. So I ended up printing some of my labels on a waterproof paper. And first of all, the little cuts in the back to help you peel it are in a completely wrong area for the stickers. And then on top of that, my cutter doesn't want to cut through that thick. But my label this time says Autumn Blessings, and I just think it turned out so cute. I love it. I'm so happy I went with the purple, even though it's not really traditional. I love it. Always bang the corners, and that will help it to slide into the mailer better. So I just get these padded mailers from the post office. They are free, and it is a flat rate situation. And I just slide it on. It's pretty snug. Always fold it over here so that I am clear on the other side of the table. Do you see this? Funny. Okay, so here we have one package ready, and we move to another. Alright, so this one has a mojito and a citrus. I don't think I showed you a citrus yet. Citrus essential oil soap. Smells so good. My son says it smells like Danish, like a lemon Danish. I don't really smell the bakery notes, but apparently he picked up on it. So a pumpkin, buttermilk, and honey. We actually had, I have an extra one sitting there. I knew I had put a citrus in the wrong box somewhere. Okay, so mojito and citrus. I better mark this down so I keep track. Pumpkin, buttermilk, and honey. And a triple milk, which that's just our regular line triple milk soap. It's unscented and delightful. And then we also have an anise. How wonderful. Love it. So let's see here. I need to pick out a fun sample, but I think we've covered all of the natural soaps that I currently have. The mojito, citrus, anise, triple milk, and pumpkin. Now I need to find something fun to send to this customer. I think I'll pop in a triple milk unscented rainbow soap. So I make a note of that so she doesn't think I messed it up. Hopefully she is cool with the colorings, but if not, maybe she can give it away to somebody. And then let's see, I guess, I get very confused sometimes on what to do for these particular customers because I don't know if they want any of this type of stuff. I guess I will go ahead and tuck in an apple cinnamon, and she can give it away if it's not to her liking. Let her make that decision instead of me this day. Okay, so more of this Beautimus shred. And then a tea, which, okay, I do have another tea. So now for the business card and the invoice. I feel weird if I don't get an invoice from an order. I ordered a few mugs, just the cutest, like little campfire looking mugs, and they finally came in. And there was no invoice, no special packaging, and I must say, from being from an Etsy artisan type, I was a little bit disappointed. There was no tissue, and one of them did come in broken. They were just wrapped in some bubble wrap, not even taped bubble wrap, just kind of wrapped haphazardly. And so now I have to deal with that, and so it's a little disappointing, but I feel like I need an invoice when I get an order. Sure, we can go back and look at our computer, but what if you're just checking your order as it comes in and you don't remember exactly what you ordered? I just think an invoice is nice. And I don't know about you, but I kind of like a little thank you on my invoice or in a note within. I don't care if it's printed and mass manufactured. I just think it's nice to get a thank you of some sort. When you're working with just like an artisan, you know, this one is particularly a reseller, but it's still like cute and Instagram and, you know, like kind of kitschy and all that. So, I don't know. Maybe I expect too much. If it's coming from like Bath and Body Works or something, I mean, I get it. You know, it's a big company, huge, massive company. But if you're just dealing with a mom and pop shop type of a thing, I just think it's nice to have a thank you note. Okay, so I will go grab another. Okay, so in this order we have a classic rainbow. The rainbow stuff is getting quite slim at this point. Sweet tea. Oh, I tell you guys. And then another eucalyptus spearmint. And I do have some Sweetheart Cake wax melts. These are ones that are 30% off right now because I'm trying to sell off all the Parasoy wax. I really do have quite a bit. It is starting to dwindle a bunch, but I do still have a lot of this wax. And now, the reason why I'm not packaging any other wax currently is because with the switch over to soy, I decided to just do made to order. So I have a lot of wax melts that I need to make, but everyone was able to just choose the scent that they want. So I didn't overmake or undermake. So you might want to go check that out. But I'm not ready to ship those quite yet. I am currently planning at the moment to come back with a part 2 of the packaging videos, but we'll see. We'll see what kind of time I've got. So I know a lot of you think I overpackage, but based on my story, you have to overpackage for things to arrive safely. And I say there's almost every packaging video. I used to work for MBE, which is now the UPS store, so that goes back 16 years since I worked there. But we were taught how to package properly because that was our job to do. So, like, I ordered some cultured food last summer, or maybe a couple summers ago. We were in this house already, and they were glass jars. They showed up just like glass jars in a box. Maybe there was some, I think it was some like tissue paper wrapped around it, and it was all broken. Every last bit of it. Nothing was salvageable in the whole thing. So, alright. This customer did not order any fall related goodies, so I don't think I will put any fall related goodies in this one. So I'm going to do a Luscious Lemon soap sample. And let's see, I have some of these extras from my rainbow wax melt sampler. This one is Bahama Fizz, and holy moly. Holy moly, it is so good. So I'm going to tuck that one in there, and that will be the wax sample. And then looky here, I have no tea. I have no tea. So you come out, hang out right there for a moment, and I guess I'll just package some up. So I'm moving on to, I got a fall set. So I'm moving on to cranberry pomegranate. And this bag is like the prettiest color on the planet. Pretty excited about it. I think I've had this one before. So I just tuck it in. Got a big bag of Tootsie Rolls from Sam's Club. And I just tuck a couple in there. Actually, I do them to the front, and then I just label on the back. So that works out. I remembered the other day that it's almost time for me to do cocoa. So that's pretty exciting. I love sending out cocoa and candy canes with the holiday release. So much fun. So do you remember how I talked about labeling in my autumn release video? And how I just like put these all over the place, and my husband's are always lined up perfectly. I'm gonna insert a picture because I just thought it was so funny. Our color is just so pretty with my packaging colors. So we get this back out, and I will put my tea in. Put in my invoice and business card. So as far as the fencing goes, since we're chit-chatting, we're not done yet. I'm really looking forward to the actual wiring part, and we're almost there, but this Missouri Rock really got us this week. We have struggled, we've sledgehammered and everything, so finally we got desperate and started texting neighbors, and we're like, do you have a tractor that can drive fence posts? And so far nobody did. We're like, put it on your list, because if you decide you want to do fence, you're probably going to want one of those with your tractor. Let's see. And then another one said, well, here's a rock bar. They're the one we're actually going to get the steer from. And they're like, well, here's a rock bar. You try that. Nope. Won't budge. So apparently we're on shelf rock, and now it's time for alternate options. So we just got to get one more post in the ground, and then we can start doing our barbed wire again. Most of our property is fenced, but it's in pretty bad shape now, so we knew we couldn't get a cow until we got this fence fixed. So we finally decided that if we so we have a rectangle property. So nothing on most of the front, but over here is really bad, and over here is really bad, and over here is really bad. But on this other side, this one just needed repairs, this was fine, and this was fine, and then, I don't know, it goes down that way too. So we just decided to split it and run a new fence line, so that, well, and we had to keep a cow away from our internet tower also, which is up in our field on the hill behind our house. So anyway, we picked ourselves a little quadrant we could fence for now, and go ahead and get that big boy over here. And no, I didn't do that well tall. And then we can work on repairing the rest. You know, in Missouri, there's so much poison ivy, and these locust trees, I'll try to insert a picture, they have thorns this long. I mean, hideous trees. So it's just easiest to do things in the fall and the winter as far as fencing goes. So that's what we're gonna do. I plan right now to come back and do kind of a part 2 in a few days early next week, and when those have some of the wax melts in them as well. So it'll kind of be a little bit more than just the soap. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later.